This prolific leaker has some bad news to share on iPhone 15 prices and 15 Pro Max camera. So hey everyone, I am Ayush, and if you are new here, don't be shy, do subscribe now. With so many news organizations, industry pundits, and Twitter tipsters sharing so much purported inside information on Apple's next-gen iPhones across the web already, we can definitely understand if you're having trouble determining who and what to trust. Seeing as how the iPhone 15 family is most likely still around 5 months away from an official announcement, the wisest course of action would probably be to trust nothing and no one at this point. But where's the fun in that? If you're like us and want to keep track of every single piece of semi-reliable gossip out there, 2 fresh Twitter rumors could well draw your attention today and make you think negative thoughts about 2 key aspects of the upcoming ultra-high-end iOS handset lineup. Just a few days back, Ice Universe, who is generally considered reliable, reported that the latest Sony imaging sensor could be featured on the rear of the iPhone 15 Pro Max, or iPhone 15 Ultra. However, @tech_reve, also known as Revegnis, is now contradicting this optimistic theory by stating that the IMX903 sensor is actually intended for the iPhone 16 Pro instead. According to this source, the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and, presumably, the iPhone 15 Pro, will use the exact same primary rear-facing shooter as last year's 14 Pro Max and 14 Pro, which is a bit disappointing but hardly shocking to hear. After all, the iPhone 14 Pro and 14 Pro Max finally bumped up their predecessor's main camera sensor from a 12 to a 48 megapixel count, which means a major successive upgrade in imaging hardware was always unlikely. Of course, there are many ways to improve the real-life photography and videography skills of an unchanged camera sensor, not to mention that the iPhone 15 Pro and 15 Ultra, or 15 Pro Max, will obviously feature more than one rear snapper. Moreover, it is uncertain whether the disagreement between Ice Universe and Revegnis will be resolved, as Revegnis is presently one of the most active rumor-mongers in the mobile tech space on Twitter, although they may lack the same level of experience and established credibility as Ice Universe. Thus, it remains unclear which of the 2 opposing rumors should be given more credence. This is even more circumstantial and speculative, but due to inflation and rising component costs, there's a theory going around that the iPhone 15 family could be more expensive than the iPhone 14 lineup. Regarding Revegnis, they are simply reporting that there has been a production cost increase of approximately 12% for the base model of the iPhone 15 and 20% for the 15 Pro, in comparison to their 2022 counterparts, without offering any speculations or forecasts regarding retail prices. If those numbers are true, however, it seems highly unlikely that Apple will simply be willing to cover all additional expenses and see profit margins decline when it can pass on at least some of the costs to the consumer. The all-new 3nm-based Apple A17 processor featured in the iPhone 15 Pro and 15 Pro Max is a particularly problematic and costly component, as TSMC is reportedly facing difficulties in producing the required quantities for a worldwide launch this autumn. It is widely anticipated that the iPhone 15 and 15 Plus will feature the same A16 chip as the iPhone 14 Pro and 14 Pro Max. This is expected to significantly reduce their cost compared to the Pro models, and they are expected to be released by the end of September as scheduled. It's too early to know if the 15 Pro and 15 Pro Max will be delayed to October or even beyond that timeline, and frankly, it's too early to know anything, so just sit back and enjoy the occasionally entertaining, often derivative, and far too frequently contradictory rumbles of the rumor mill. Finally, what are your thoughts about it? Do let us know in the comments section. Hope you liked and subscribed to this channel. I will see you in next one.